Welcome back to the podcast. Uh, in today's episode, we are going to talk about the new ways in which your body is communicating with you. Now, I have been teaching people, supporting people through sessions for over a decade and a half now, and I was so thrilled when this came through. This is essentially a micro teaching because this experience that we're having right now is one that we're walking through with eyes wide open. And what I mean is, we're living life in such a conscious way. Now, have other people on earth gone through awakenings individually, collectively? Absolutely. And done the same thing? Yes. And at the same time, we're having this experience together where in mass, people are really waking up to their inner power and utilizing it, working with it. And when you think about your intuition, you don't often think about your body. We often think about our body as something that gets our attention when maybe something hurts. This morning I was at the doing a workout and my knee did this. I couldn't even describe what it did. It wasn't a pop. It wasn't a stretch. It was like a And I was like, all hands on deck. What is happening to my knee at this moment? Totally fine, thankfully. It was temporary and I feel just fine, but not just in those instances, but we actually, or sometimes it's, well, am I bloated? Am I, do I need to lose 2 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever the thing may be? We kind of tend to look at our body in a very literal sense. And what I love about the message coming through from Spirit today for this episode is to actually ask your body questions and see how you feel. So, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. When you start making like decisions in your life, bigger decisions, and if you're listening to this podcast, you're someone who goes to your intuition regularly or is working on that, which is why you're here and listening. And listening to your body is a bit of a deeper resource. It's a deeper well, the guides are saying. And what's really interesting is the way our body communicates with us intelligently via our intuition isn't necessarily something that we can put our head around right away. And this is a good thing. This is a really good thing because when our body is communicating with us, it's actually helping you and I unwind where our thoughts, our concerns get wrapped around the axle. Who? Us? Never, never. Just once in a while. And by listening to your body, you may know what your body is telling you right away. You may be like, I know what this is saying. I know what this is. I know what this means. And on the other hand, you may not have ultimate clarity. And that is absolutely okay. It is absolutely okay. It is okay if you say, so for example, you're deciding on a vacation and you're like, well, I'm going to ask my body if this vacation feels right for me, for my family, for my partner, for me and my girlfriends, whatever it is, for the highest good. And I always go to my inner light first, even when I'm communicating with my body, because that's how I know I'm only communicating with my body. And there's a lot, oh gosh, you've heard me talk about this on the podcast. There's so much riffraff around. That foundational practice is a core of what I live by all the time. And it's done miracles for my life. So I go to my inner light first and I'm like, okay, body, from my inner light. And I go through my inner light framework. And then I say, okay, body, how do we feel about XYZ vacation? And you may notice information, what's the response you want? Well, if you're looking at maybe a a family reunion that you haven't been to in a long time, you might be like, ooh. And yet, if you're looking at a luxury vacation in the Maldives, you're like, yee. So let's say, or maybe it's the reverse, I don't know. But let's say you think, you have emotions and feelings about this trip. Say it's the Maldives, right? And you're like, I really want to go. And the body's response gives you some information that may feel like riding a wave a little bit. You may feel like kind of good, but then kind of not so good, or kind of like not so good and then good. Or you may feel like this pause or this heaviness, or your body maybe was resisting. And you think, oh my gosh, what do you mean? This has been my dream vacation and I've been thinking about it for 3 years and saving up and I'm going to do it and I want to do it. Why would my body be telling me no? And one of the things that we want to pay attention to when our body responds this way is we actually want to start communicating with it and saying, okay, what is it that is making me pause for this vacation? Or what is it that is telling me heck yes for this family reunion? So you want to start communicating with your body. Now, for some of you, at times, the answers will come right away. And then for others, it's going to take a bit of time for you to navigate some things that maybe need to be addressed. Maybe you want to go to the Maldives, but you've been avoiding paying your taxes for 3 years. Hey, no judgment there. Just life's, right? And maybe it's like, well, you're going to have a much more fun time if you wait a year and just, pay off Uncle Sam between now and then. Or maybe with the, it's so funny. The guys are bringing something up right now that I wasn't expecting. They're saying for a retreat, which is funny because I'm hosting a retreat live in Seattle, August 8th, 8/8 portal. Super fun. It was not my intention to pick that date for the Lionsgate portal, by the way. It just came through that way. But say that you're thinking about hosting a retreat or going on a retreat, which is something that I do myself, both of those things. Sometimes I will feel this funny semblance of my body kind of like tightening up, or my body like just expanding and be like, yes, 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 go, go, go. And part of what happens is I work with my body to feel into like location or timing of it. And your body knows. So why would we focus on our body versus our inner light? It isn't one or the other. It is both together. It's congruent. And what's really cool is that when you really begin to understand the language of your body, you have a very powerful dynamic to eliminate more of the noise and the chaos in your life and make decisions that eventually feel really good and have very highly desirable outcomes. Now, one of the things that I was talking about with the folks in the Magic Accelerator this week was how oftentimes making a decision feels uncomfortable, and that can feel unorthodox to ourselves. So you may want to say, well, is there a part of me I need to address that I want to heal in my body so that I can go on this retreat, what have you? What is my body trying to tell me that it's fearing? What is it that I can address here? The other piece is as you listen to your body, you are also gonna notice it's you can't ignore it. Whoop. I did this to my mic. Okay, we're back on track. This happens about every 3 episodes. I knock my mic out by accident. Another example is when I was dating my partner early on, we have an age gap, and he was going through a divorce, and I swear I'd never date somebody going through a divorce again. Universe is so funny. And yet my physical body absolutely melted. My nervous system became so calm around this man. And I felt so safe and so relaxed. And, even when he does things that, bug me, right? It's like 2 days before my cycle, and I don't want to hear anybody or anything really. Um, and he's doing something, I still physically will want to be close to him, or I find myself putting my arm on him or giving him a hug or something. These are things that my body is just like zooming towards him when my mind or my emotions might be doing something else. And it's been such a beautiful teacher for me, such a beautiful teacher. And I'm like, okay, where am I in my head? Or where am I, needing to take better care of my body so that this time of the month that there isn't as much friction. You get the idea. So listening to, asking your body, paying attention, and then this message is coming through like a neon sign. It's okay if you're confused by your body's message at first. That's message from spirit. Message from Emily is you are going to have moments of ultimate clarity from your body. And that's such a beautiful thing. Enjoy those moments and then allow the rest and the others to guide you to higher and even better places and experiences than you've been having before, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Even though there may be times of resistance or we think, well, if this is supposed to be all aligned and influenced spiritual, this should just feel easy and like it's no problem. And if that were the case, you wouldn't be having any problems. So you probably wouldn't be on this earth plane. Welcome. So glad you're here. All right. The live in-person Seattle event, 8/8 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Community, connection, collaboration. We are going to have some really powerful, energetic journeys, messages from spirit, collaborations. I'm very excited about it. And next year, come January, the Magic Accelerator will reopen. So if that's something that you are thinking about, you can shoot me a note with any questions or sign up for the waitlist. Thank you so much for being yourself and for bringing your light and your shadow, all of you, and your wisdom into this world your way. Until next time. It has been so great to connect here. If this episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who you want to have more of these chats with. As you move throughout your day, remember, your energy is your superpower. As you pay attention to it and trust it, you can watch your entire life begin to transform.